Hi, everyone. I am responding to Stepford Escapee's tag on Hold Back the Demons. Um, Growing up in my household, my mother was demon obsessed. Everything was demonic, absolutely everything. And not only was everything demonic, but anything that would risk teaching kids to be independent or disrespectful or anything was also disallowed. And I used to think it was just my weird mother and our weird congregation. And that was one of the biggest revelations of this whole wake up and starting to talk to ex witnesses around the world is the same stories were everywhere. The same stories that I grew up hearing, they were hearing in England. It was like it blew me away. And this is also another case of that theocratic warfare. Because when the local sisters started meeting with me, and I would talk about how demon obsessed they were like, you belong to a superstitious congregation. Well, I find out it's still going on. This is not my congregation. This is not my family. This is Jehovah's Witnesses. It's pretty freaky how demon superstitious they are when it comes to demons. Um, but, a couple of things that right off the top of my head, I wasn't allowed to watch, like Captain Caveman. Stupid show, but I loved it. And, Flintstones and stuff like that because, cavemen were not part of Bible theology. He-Man was another one that I liked and wasn't allowed to watch. And, of course, the Smurfs. The Smurfs I didn't like, so I didn't really care about those. They were a little too girly for me. But you mentioned that one little toy that talked. The one that I remember when it came out was just instantly crazed about was the Teddy Ruxpin. It was the teddy bear that told stories or something like that. Oh, that was crazy. I got a Magic 8 Ball. My mother had a cow about that one. And I've talked about it on the message boards that the house that I grew up in, I swear if you were to dig it, whoever owns that house now, the first time they go digging in the backyard, they're going to get, what the heck is this? Because my mother was big on burning and burying anything that she thought was demonic. So there's these destroyed and melted hunks of plastic buried all through the backyard. My Magic 8 Ball was one of them. Another one was Stretch Armstrong. I wanted a Stretch Armstrong. I saved up my money, went out and got a Stretch Armstrong, and apparently the way it moved, it was demonic and got burned and buried in the backyard. The thing that is probably buried the most in my childhood backyard is the AC/DC Back in Black cassette. Because I was starting to rebel. I was at the age, and I must have bought that thing 100 times, just with the sole intention that she would find it and there'd be a fight and it would get, destroyed and burned and thrown in the backyard. But one of the things that she really did was there was something going on, and I can't remember if it was the late 80s, or 70s. It was probably the late 70s, but it was a home-based business, kind of like Tupperware. But it was home interiors, and I think that was the name of it. But, she had these suitcases full of these home decorating things, and, every once in a while I'll see it, something from that collection at a garage sale or something like that. But there was a lot of wicker and a lot of, home decor stuff. And one day we were having family issues. I can't remember if I was starting to rebel or what was going on, but there was family issues going on. So, of course, we went on the demon hunt through the house, and she identified it as this picture. There was some weird shadowy face in this picture that she didn't like, and then she took it out to burn it, but didn't use any, accelerant, so the thing wouldn't burn. So, of course, it's, demon-possessed. It doesn't matter that there's chemicals on it to protect it, but, yeah, it's demon-possessed. But after that, she quit the home interiors. She quit. She got rid of all of the stuff and just, oh, man. But demons were her catch-all. I don't want you to do it. Therefore, it's demon-possessed. You anything that she wanted to say no to, it was because of the demons. And, or like I said, behavior. We weren't allowed to watch Grease when it came out because it promoted, rebellion. Even Happy Days on TV, we weren't allowed to watch because it promoted rebellion. Basically, the family movies, shows that we got, I grew up on Little House on the Prairie and The Waltons. I kid you not. Those were the two shows that we were allowed to watch. So, needless to say, every time that she was out of the house, we would watch TV. And this was before remotes, so we had to get up and turn the dial. So every time that she was out of the house, I'd be literally watching the TV with my hand on the dial, waiting to hear for her car. Because the second her car would come on, it was right on PBS, and I'm watching some wholesome show. But yeah, everything was demonic, and I was absolutely dying laughing when I saw your video, and so here's my response. Talk to you later. Bye. Oh, and of course, I forgot to add the closest my parents ever came, or my father ever came to being a violent man, the maddest I've ever seen him in my entire life, was when the Beatles being satanic went around. And my father was a big record collector, and my mother destroyed his entire collection of Beatles LPs. Burned, buried in the backyard, and he had the entire collection. It was worth a lot of money, and like I said, that was the maddest I've ever seen him. But anyway, just wanted to throw that in. Talk to you guys later. Bye.